Hello everyone, this is Satish Kumar. This is my third lecture on self-management. If you haven't watched my lectures, previous two lectures, go and watch it. And in my previous two lectures, in my introductory lecture, I gave why self-management is important, and I also talked about why, despite having knowledge and having set a goal and also having knowledge that if you don't discipline or if you don't self-control ourselves, we won't achieve our goals, but still we get distracted. We don't we don't have self-restraint. Okay, so why is that? I posed that question. Why is that? Okay, although we know that we have to self-control, but still we impulsively act. As soon as we see something pleasurable, we engage in that activity. Okay, we do not self-control. Okay, and in my second lesson, we learned about a very important trait that is called delaying gratification. Important trait that is required for self-management. Okay, and self-control. And in this lesson, we are going to learn about why we are not able to self-control. That the question that I posed in my first lecture, and we are also going to learn about how to overcome this problem. Okay, for this we need to go for the story between Krishna and Arjuna. Okay, in my first class I said that the problem, that self-control, that problem was faced also by Arjuna. Arjuna had this problem. Arjuna once asked Krishna this question: I know what is right, I also know what is wrong, but I could not control myself doing the wrong thing. Even though I know it is wrong, I am doing it. It is a natural response. So why I am this? Why I am doing this? He asked Krishna. And Krishna says to him that our activity, what we are doing, could be as a result of two levels of act. It could be explained in two levels. One, it is our conscious level. That is what you are saying. I could not control myself and other things. Okay. There is also another level, Krishna says, which is the unconscious level. Okay, which Krishna termed as samskaras. Okay, samskaras. And this we are not unaware. As human beings, we are not unaware. It is our at our unconscious level. Okay, and here there is lot of likes and dislikes that we have developed since our childhood, since our early birth to childhood. Okay, so how we are trained. Okay, whether we discipline ourselves for self-control, or whether what are the things we liked. Okay, so there are plenty of things, likes and dislikes we might have had. Okay, for example, we might get angry at certain things. For over a period of time, we have developed, conditioned this behavior, learned, trained, and condition ourselves to like this. Okay, for a long period of time. These things are deep seated in ourselves, at our unconscious level, which is known as samskaras. There are plenty of things. Okay, and from here is the response that is happening, which we are not unaware of it. It is a natural response. Okay, see, since childhood, you have been trained to eat too much. Okay, whenever you find something taste, whenever you find something, a tasty food or tasty snack, you immediately indulge in eating it. Okay, since childhood, it is your action. You never restrain yourself. Whether you are in any place, even at a roadside shop, you want to eat it. Like that, you have been trained and developed. Okay, and now suddenly today you gained so much of weight, and what you have decided is to lose your weight, and you want to control yourself. That is your goal. Okay, so you have to not take any bhaji bonda or any heavy meals too much like that. Okay, you know what is right, what is wrong. Okay, yeah, if you also know the wrong thing, that if you eat too much, you will once again gain weight, but you will automatically act to eating it. Okay, see, since this is deeply at your unconscious level, since your childhood, you have been trained. So this has become a habit, and this has been in your as a behavior. So both this habit and behavior, which has been formed, it is at your unconscious level action. Okay, it will happen very naturally. Whenever you find that stimulus, that is the food or bhaji or bonda, or biryani or mutton, you want to eat it. Despite you have set a goal to not eat. This is at your conscious level. But this goal you made only very recently. It cannot have control. This unconscious level thought, which is so much, your habit and behavior, will subjugate your present goal. That is why very often we fail in our attempt to overcome certain issues. Okay, so we need to understand our behavior that is seeking. We are setting a goal to not to eat too much, but whenever we find a food, we want to eat because it is coming out from the our unconscious level or subconscious level, which we are unaware of. It is a natural response. Okay, our action, although we have in our conscious thought not to eat, but we cannot control ourselves. Okay, so we have to understand this problem first. This is the problem. Okay, now how to overcome this? There arises this question. Okay, see, to overcome this, we have to understand that it cannot be done immediately. Okay, so you have to give some time to overcome this problem. Okay, whenever you want to change something, a habit or a behavior which you have been practicing for a long time, see, we are what we repeatedly do, and our habits and what we do regularly will become a habit, and that will reflect as a behavior. Okay, our thoughts doesn't matter. Okay, so our habit and behavior are so powerfully enriched, and to overcome this, you have to give some lot of time. Okay, so from now on, for example, if you set a goal not to eat too much, you may have self-control for first time, second time, but the third time you will engage in that activity. For example, like that, for 10 times, you may control yourself for 4 times. You may engage in taking that food for 5 6 times. Okay, you have to live with it. You don't get dejected that you cannot control yourself. You have to admit that it is natural, but you have to be proud that you control yourself for 3 4 times, and you have to set the next time to control for 4 5 times. Okay, so like this way you have to increase your uh, good behavior, that is not engaging in eating too much. See, we have to divide our action into two. One is what is good for us. What is good for us? Not eating too much. The second is what is pleasant for us, what is pleasurable for us. What is pleasurable for us or what is pleasant for us? To eat whenever we find something. It is easy, pleasurable, okay. But what is good for us, our body, too much of it, it is not engaging in, only taking very little or not eating whenever we want to eat. Okay, so these two is that what is good and what is pleasant. Okay, so see, this pleasure seeking habit is so much in our samskara level, at our unconscious level, which we have been trained for a long time. Only now we are thinking that to change it, and it cannot be done overnight. So this behavior you have to practice regularly. Okay, and this behavior, when you do it regularly, it will go towards your samskaras. It will also, this behavior will add. For example, think your samskara as a bucket. Okay, it's a bucket, and in this bucket, uh, your good habit is a white stone. Okay, and your pleasurable activities are your black stone. So if you have trained since your childhood to engage in pleasurable activities, that for every action you did, you put your one white stone, one black stone in that bucket. There will be like thousands of black stone in that bucket. Now you are thinking for the first time to not to be good, that is to not eat too much. You are putting only one stone, and you are engaging in only one or two activities. Okay, so you are putting only few white stones. You cannot expect from this bucket, whenever you put inside the bucket and take a stone, you will get white stone always. You will get maximum times black stone. So what you have to do is, in your samskara level, lot of white stone should have been replaced. The black stone should be reduced. Or from now on, at the thought level, you have to remove this pleasure seeking habit, that is thinking about tasty food. Okay, not get attached. In the previously you have get attached, but this is very difficult. But at the thought level, you have to decide it first. A thought is very important. Completely at the thought, you have to erase that. From now on, you will not seek tasty food or too much of food. Okay, first is that step. Second, you have to exhibit in your behavior. Whenever you are seeing a tasty food, you have to develop self-discipline. Of course, it will be difficult at the earlier stage, since there is plenty of thing black stone in our samskaras, no? But over a period of time, you could overcome this. Okay, and since every time when you practice the self-control, this and your thought, no, both will go to our samskaras as white stone. So the white stone will keep on adding. At some point of time, if you are so controlled yourself, no, lot of white stones will be there, and your black stones will go deep inside, and sooner or later it will merge, and there will be more white stone. And now every time when you pick, the white stone will come. That is your new behavior, that is self-control will develop. Okay, so this is very, very important. So you have to give time, and you have to eliminate the thought of seeking pleasurable activities, and you have to engage in your thought process only good activities, and you have to also practice doing those good things. These three things are matters. Only then you could overcome. Okay, and only then you will develop what is known as a gap between stimulus and response. Okay, see, Stephen R. Covey has written a book called 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and in that book he has written the first habit for an effective person, effective people is this, that is, between stimulus and response there is always a gap, and this gap is well developed by the effective people. Okay, see, you see a bhaji, a bonda, okay, but and you don't have any, if you don't have any gap, no, immediately you want to take that bhaji bonda and eat it. A stimulus, response. Okay, but an effective person will have a gap between stimulus and response. You see a stimulus, your response is too late, there is a gap, and in this gap you have thinking capacity, and in this conscious level thinking, you decide, if I eat this, I will gain weight, so you don't eat it, you restrain yourself. Okay, so this stimulus and response, there is a gap, and for us, for a lot of people who are eating too much for a long period of time, the stimulus and response gap is very less or narrow. So that is why we are engaging in that activity. So we have to develop this gap, and this is what we discussed so far, how to develop it. Okay, that is by our behavior, our thought, and also by what I said as by eliminating the negative, the previous thoughts, that is engaging in self pleasurable activities. We have to engage, totally remove that from a thought. See, if we decide that eating too much is bad, we have to immediately remove this thought. We should not engage in thought how it will be, and we cannot expect ourselves to control ourselves. Okay, we have to remove this. We only should think about how I gain weight, how I lose weight, how I become strong. Okay, that is should be a goal. With this I end my lesson. Thank you. Bye.